What's up YouTube? My name is Eduardo and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Ichibansho Tsunade figure. So I bought her from Amazon for $50 and I'm pretty sure that's how much she's going for everywhere. So at $50 we're officially out of the prize figure range and we're closer to those larger pop-up parade figures. And this is actually a really big box. Wasn't expecting it to be very tall. Back of the box. Masterlise, a fusion of masterful modeling, master and stylized beauty, stylized, high quality figure series. And I like the side of the box. I like how her eyes are like really white, but she's all in shadow. Very cool. It has like a has a handle for some reason, I guess if you want to carry it that way. Anyways, let's take her out of the box and see if she really is this big, because this is a big box. You measure the box. 29 centimeters tall, 11.5 inches. Let's see if the figure, I wonder how tall the figure will be. Alright, so here she is, outside of the box. And I'm liking the look of the figure. I mean, statue. It looks really good, so let's measure her. She stands at 25 centimeters, about. That is almost 10 inches. I think it's like 9 and practically 10, like 9 and 9/10. She is pretty big. Alright, let's bring her in closer so we can look her up close. Right there. There's her face. Whoops, she's tipping over. That's a bad thing. Yeah, this stand is I don't know what's up with it. It doesn't really work. Maybe I'm putting it in wrong. I'm putting it in too low. You gotta have her foot not be so she can fall backwards and lean on the stand. But go a little bit. Here's her face. She looks perfect, just like Tsunade. And there's the back. You can see her hair has like, it's blonde, but it kind of ends like in a darker color, and she's got shading in her hair, so that's pretty good. I don't think in the show it looked like this though. In the show it was just like one blonde color, right? Just yellow. So I guess this looks better, but not as accurate to the show. Oh, also the ponytails were like separate pieces. You have to attach them yourself. But it was pretty easy because there's like, this one has a round peg and this one had like a L-shaped peg. So you don't have to worry about putting them in the wrong spots. Alright, let's check out the bottom now. There's the legendary sucker's midriff area. The chest, what is it? 103 centimeters or something like that. It would be cool if you could remove the Hokage cut thing. It looks like you can, like it is able to come off, but it would leave, it's like glued on or something, so probably it's not supposed to, but it looks like it can. There's the cleavage. Not that good, but at least she's huge, which is what I want from these Tsunade statues. There's the feet. Here's the stand. I'm not sure if it really works all that well. Yeah, see, she kind of like wants to lean back. I feel like this, she might fall, so if you display her somewhere, you should put it next to a wall or something. Hang on. Alright, there we go. I think it's like... Nah, if you push her, like the stand, I think it's her left foot. I mean, most pictures I see online, it has it on her left foot. And you have to like wedge it in her foot like this. You can't stand her without it though. She doesn't, I mean, she can stand without it, but she's like way more susceptible to being tipped over. So I'm not sure I would recommend that. Yep, looking good though. Looks better than having this thing here, but it's dangerous keeping her like that. Alright, but I'll keep it off for now so we can look at anything I might have missed. Pretty basic figure, she's kind of just standing there, but actually I would prefer this over to the ones of her doing like the famous kick that she does. Or holding the sake. See the fingers painted red. Fist. Here's the underside. Fix the brightness. Alright. Yep, looks pretty good. I'm happy with the size too. I like how it's like a 10-inch tall figure. But let's do the size comparisons now to see how she scales with other... I don't have any other Naruto figures though, so sorry about that. But let's see how she is compared to other guys. Alright, here she is next to these two prize figures, Robin and what is her name? Jewelry Bonnie. Clearly not in scale, I don't think, because Tsunade in the show is not really very tall. I think she's a pretty short character. Or not short, but she's average lady height. And Robin is like a pretty tall person compared to the other women anyways. I'm not sure about Jewelry Bonnie though. I've never really seen her stand next to other people. Speaking of one thing, how do you guys feel about like the bases? Do you like it when it's just like a piece of plastic to hold them up, or would you rather have a base? Because I go back and forth, because sometimes I like the base because they're really nice, but it adds to the cost. But also I don't really like how the base affects their height because they're standing on a platform, and I kind of like how these ones are just standing on their own 2 feet, so we could just see how tall they actually are and not like affected by the base that they're standing on. Her head, look, it's not properly in. I mean, it is in, but it looks weird from that angle, so really you can only display her from this angle. Alright, that's enough of these guys. Oh, she's not holding her sword, god damn it. I'll put that in later. Alright, there's the sword. Now we can move on to the other one, whoever that is. Alright, here she is next to the Shoujo Shiranui Mai. And you can see that she's way bigger than her. Speaking of, I didn't mention this in the last comparison, but those ones were like $25 to $30 figures depending on where you buy them and when. And she costs $50, so she's like twice as much as they were. I don't know if she's twice as good. She is better though. Like, she doesn't look as plasticky as they did. But Mai is like $100 figure, depending on where you get her. But I paid like $100, maybe a little bit more. But do you think that Mai is twice as good as Tsunade? I mean, she does come with this cool base with like a manhole cover next to it, and she's got these things, so she's like a crazy figure. She's got like a crazy pose, and she's got all these things around her, and the fan, the hair. I don't know if it's worth $100 though. It probably is. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. Alright, here she is next to the Pop-Up Parade Tracer. And now these ones are a bit closer in price because Tsunade is 50 and the Tracer was like 40. So I don't know if you guys think these are comparable. Like Tsunade is way bigger, which is cool, but Tracer is like, she's in a more dynamic pose and she's a more detailed figure. So I don't know, I guess these balance themselves out. I do like Tracer more though. I'm not sure what I gave her when I reviewed her. Let's see if I remember by the time it's time to give Tsunade her final score. If I even do that. Do I score statues? I don't even remember. It's been so long. But yep, there she is. Let's move on to something else. Here's the Relax Time Tsunade. She cost me around $28. Let's bring her face up closer so you can see. Here's her face. And there's that one. I think that one's closer. I remember when I reviewed this one, I was like, the face doesn't really seem very Tsunade to me. But seeing these two next to each other, definitely like the face on that one more. Here's a Max Factory statue from Medaka box, and this is Medaka Kurokami. Definitely not in scale. And she was around, I think $80, maybe $75. Here she is next to the Furyu Super Sonico bunny figure. They're almost the same size. Let me see. Let me try to lift her up a little because the stand is making her. I think they're like nearly the same size. I mean, I can't take Sonico off her stand because she's got like pegs on the bottom of her feet. But I don't know. Hard to say if they scale well with each other. But that Sonico figure is pretty good because she's got like the fabric leggings. And she's also really big. But I think that's it for size comparisons. Probably have a good sense of how tall she is. How much did I say she was? Like just about 10 inches. Alright, so that's Tsunade. In the end, I would say I think she's definitely worth it. I mean, $50 is more than other of the cheaper figures, but because of her size, I think that justifies the price a bit. And she's definitely my favorite of the Tsunade figure statues that I own. And I've seen other ones. I've always looked for like a Tsunade statue, but either they were way too pricey or I didn't really like the pose. But this one is, I think it's perfectly priced and the size is pretty good. So, yep, definitely my favorite. The only one I'd rather have is probably the swimsuit one. Hopefully someday someone makes an affordable swimsuit Tsunade. And she's pretty accurate to the source material. Here's another close-up of her face. Like, I think she looks perfect. The only thing is that maybe you want your Tsunade to have like maybe an angry face or something. But I'm happy with this expression. And I'm happy with her physique too. Really, really good. Really accurate to the source material, I think. And if you saw from all those size comparisons, you know what kind of figures I collect. I think they also have Jiraiya and Orochimaru, so if you want to complete the Sannin. But they are huge, so maybe that's a downside for you because of how big she is. Maybe you don't have space to display like all three of the Sannin. Yeah, she's pretty wide. So she'll take up a lot of space. I don't even know what the Jiraiya and Orochimaru ones look like. But I'm not gonna get them. I was only interested in Tsunade for obvious reasons. And I'll probably give her a 4 because I think I gave the bunny what's her name a 4. It's kind of hard to rate statues because there's really nothing wrong with this. I mean, she could just be a 5. Depends on if you like really big statues or not. But anything, just in case I missed it, let's just look through the figure one more time. I mean, the statue. There is her feet. Come on. There we go. There's her feet. Bottom of the feet. Here's her weird pants. Pretty good shading, I would say. There's her face. One last time before we end this video. Alright. And that's it for me. Goodbye.